So we have the so-called Koth and Split Gang. Why did I call it Koth and Split Gang? Is because this comp is mostly run on King of the Hill, although we have seen it on some other maps such as Gibraltar. This comp is quite fearsome. It is a comp that splits up and rushes you down from multiple angles and destroys you quite easily. You have the Ball Sigma, which Ball and Sigma are the strongest tanks right now, combined with the strongest supports, so Baptiste Brig, being able to sustain through most things. The core made up of these four heroes is basically the core of the four strongest heroes in the game, and it works on Koth especially well because Ball has the ability to knock down players with his role and basically control an area completely on his own using his Paldrava and Minefield, for example. Also, the ability Minefield combines quite well with Flux. We then have in the A tier the Lucio Zen as possible swaps for Brig and Baptiste. Now this might sound kind of weird. Why would you play a Zen Brig or a Lucio Brig? Because you don't need that much heals. If you look at the team comp overall, the Ball can just get health packs himself. The Tracer, which is oftentimes played, and the Sombra, which is oftentimes played, also get health packs themselves. So you don't really need that much healing. The Baptiste is only there for Immortality Field, which you can replace by playing Lucio for speed or Zen for Discord Orb to have even more damage. However, you need to change up your playstyle when playing with a Zen or Lucio. Then we have Echo and Ashe also in there. Echo and Tracer are still the strongest heroes in the game. Echo being able to burst everything down, same goes for Tracer, and having high mobility. Echo basically also has 3 lives when she has her copy up. Lastly, we have Ashe. The reason Ashe is in there as well is because Ashe is very strong, but only if pocketed. That's why she's super far back, is because we have the pocket called Mercy, but without the pocket called Mercy, Ashe kind of falls flat on anything. In the B tier, we have Hog, Zarya, Ana, and Hanzo. Reasons being Hanzo having a high burst potential and quite good spam helps the comp against things like Bunker. The Ana has, of course, Nade and Sleep, which are quite strong. But of course, you need to also swap up your playstyle again if you were to swap the BAP or the Brig for a Ana. There's also iterations of where you would swap the Sigma for a Hog or the Ball for a Hog. Because the Hog has a lot of self-sustain, he can do the same things that Ball can do, self-sustain himself. So you can play lower healing characters, such as Zen, Lucio, and Brig. And he has high pick potential. He's a very big target that's quite hard to kill, and he can kill you quite easily. Then we have the Zarya. Zarya just enables the Hog. If you were to play the Hog, you oftentimes also see a Zarya, because the enemy team might see that you're playing a Hog, swaps to an Ana to prevent you from healing, which is quite bad for the Hog, and then you want to enable the Hog more, so you play the Zarya in order to cleanse things like anti-nades. So the Zarya being a quite situational pick, but still pretty strong. Lastly, we have Widow and Mercy. The reasons Widow and Mercy are so far down are because these are not typically played or good heroes in this comp, but they can still work. You could, for example, pocket the Echo or the Ashe with the Mercy, or you can play a Widow The only problem being is that you're going to be alone on Widow. There's nobody going to be able to help you if you get dived or surrounded. So you need to be an exceptional Widow player in order to pull this off. Lastly, we have, of course, again, Pharah. She's one of the weakest characters right now since of all the strong hit scans, but she can shine sometimes. We sometimes seen some Mercy Pharah play in the Pro Leagues. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the pocket. So Mercy. You see that little icon is because of the pocket. We have the pocket gang. Mercy is not that well of a character right now. She doesn't enable anything. She doesn't really do much on her own. The only reason Mercy can get value is because of Res and because she can pocket Echo and Ash. If she pockets those characters will become double the strength they normally are. Which means that Ash can, for example, one-shot 200 HP characters. Or deal even more damage with Dynamite, which grants a Quake Bob. Also, things like Farm Mercy or Echo Mercy, which we have seen multiple times and oftentimes, are still quite strong. Anyways, I hope that this helped a bit on clearing up what people play right now and why what is played, what the strength and weaknesses of comps are. For example, this comp doesn't really have a discovered weakness yet because it can do many things at once. That's why it is one of the most played comps next to Bunker. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that this helped overall, and I'll see you in the next one. Smile.